And we are live. Welcome to another session of Riding the Bear. This session is brought to you by the Skylabs and Vetter ecosystem. My name's Ryan. I'm so glad to be your host today. Now go ahead, as you're hopping on board, go ahead and drop a comment letting me know who's with us live, and also drop a comment if you're watching the replay, just so we know who's watching on the replay. So in the last year, over 16,000 crypto projects have launched, and I have a question for you. How is it possible to not only find these projects, but research and manage all of those all by yourself? It's next to impossible to be able to have your hands on everything. And that's exactly what we do here in the Vetter ecosystem. We utilize crowdsourcing to save time, energy, and money in the crypto space. We work together to find projects that have potential, while at the same time we bring up warnings and red flags about other projects that maybe bring concern. Now, for the last 6 months, we have recorded over 100 plus live sessions just like this, supporting our community members in finding their next 2x to 100x crypto gem. We utilize and navigate the CrowdX Calendar, and we've also avoided some questionable projects utilizing this process. Now today we're going to look at a couple projects, but first before we do that, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for being here again. My name is Ryan. So we have Wanda's with us. We have Taha, Carl, Taha's, Bill, Justin. Hey, welcome. Glad that you guys are here. Doctor is in the house as well. So before we jump into the calendar, I wanted to do a quick celebration for one of the projects that we talked about last week. And this project, Crypto Legions. We actually talked about this last Thursday, I believe, and the reason this project was a good discussion was because we already knew that it was an existing team. They had had previous success. Now, when I say previous success, I mean massive gains on V2. And when I say massive, I mean we're talking from the dip to the top. We're talking, I think it was close to 80, 90x, maybe more. Something absolutely ridiculous. I get to verify that. Let me verify that before I say that. Let me make sure. It was V1. Let's see if we can still get it pulled up here. That's V3. I don't know if it's going to be up here or not. Let's see. I don't want to have any unrealistic games. There's no need for hype. So let me make sure. Here we go. Here's the chart. Here's a chart. So from the low of the low to the very tip of the top, we're looking at, like I said, it was close to 100x. Okay, so absolutely phenomenal. Okay, now the reason that I bring up this project, and the reason we talked about this project last week was because this is a V3. Okay, V3 was coming out, version 3. They were going to make some changes to the way it worked, and I was pretty bullish on this project. I know a lot of other people were bullish on this project as well, and I know some community members got involved, and so I wanted to give a shout out. Go ahead and drop it in the chat if you actually took part in V3 of Crypto Legions. Jackie shared. Shout out to Metal Ride and myself for analyzing, and others, because she was on the call. We all looked at this for last week. She was sticking to her strategy. She got a 2x done. Her principal is out, and now she can relax, let the rest ride risk-free, and focus on other things. So, hey, congratulations, Jackie. That is absolutely fantastic. And what Jackie's talking about is something that we call RIP FT. Okay, so RIP. Okay, RIP FT. RIP stands for Recoup Investment and Profit. Okay, so you recoup your investment and your profit. And then FT stands for you leave in free tokens. Okay, so it can look something like this. You could do a RIP, or you could do a RIP FT. Now, someone may ask, well, what would you choose? How would you choose the difference? Well, if you're brand new, you know, the first thing you want to do is you want to build up your equity ball. Okay, you want to build up your equity ball, and your equity ball is the amount of money that you have to trade with. And so that is the most important thing, to build that up. So then you start trading on house money. What's house money? House money is money you didn't put in. Okay? That's some OPM, other people's money. Okay? So let's say that you started the game with $1,000 and you're getting into these projects. You want to grow that up to a certain place where, like, now you're using other people's money to play this game. And so when you do a rip, you're able to pull that money out. You don't have to worry about anything else. You're brand new, less to juggle. And so a rip would be, you got in and you got out. You didn't leave any free tokens in. And you got your profit and you went on to the next project, or you went on about your day. Okay, that's a rip. A rip FT means you had your certain entry. Okay, let's say that you wanted to buy in here somewhere, and you're looking for a 2x. Okay, so you're looking to get out up here. Obviously, there's going to be taxes involved with certain projects, but right now we're just keeping it simple. So right here, here's your target. You want to get a 2x, and so at that point, you decide how you want to manage it. Okay, so you're going to leave in some free tokens, you're going to pull out some profits, and let the rest ride. And that's exactly what Jackie did. That's exactly what other people do here in our community. So there's a lot of different ways to run that. But the reason I wanted to bring this up was because this is a project that we talked about last Thursday. You had time to do your own due diligence, do your research, see if it was a good fit. There was a lot of positive things about this project. There was a lot of hype and excitement about V3. There were people actually making significant amount of money playing the game. And so, from an investor perspective, from a hold long-term perspective, from a gamer perspective, there was a lot of good things that were going on with this project. And so, again, that's the beauty of what we do in this space. The beauty of crowdsourcing, sharing information, sharing ideas. With V2, Metal Ride had brought this up and shared that back months ago it had a bit of a dip, and he said, "Hey, watch it, it's coming. The move is coming." Like I said, it went up, like I said, over 100x or so from the very bottom. And not to say that this is what's going to happen. Not to say that this is what's going to happen here with this particular project. But, when you find a team that's done great things before, that is one of the things you look for to see if they can do great things again in the future. Oh, looks like we have someone who has a bit of a pity party in our chat today. That's unfortunate. So the kind of people who show up and they hop onto a live with nothing better to say than negative things and slow rugs and blah, blah, blah. These are the kind of people who will always suck at life. And I feel sorry for you, man. I'm literally showing you a project that we talked about on Thursday that you actually could have got into yourself, but you're so caught up in feeling sorry for yourself and being a victim of circumstance that you feel the need and urge to lash out at other people. So, hey, man, sorry for that. But, it is what it is. The crypto space is absolutely amazing, full of opportunity. And you still have people who just, they can't get out of their own way. They can't get out of their own stories, their own circumstances, and therefore have to blame other people on why they suck at life. It is what it is. So hope you find what you're looking for somewhere else, my friend. So with that, like I said, this is Crypto Legions V3. Again, congratulations, Jackie. We were just talking about you, Jackie. I gave you a shout out. Congratulations on your RIP FT. Like I said, who knows where the project is going long term, but here is where we're at now. I saw that the presale price was 0.4. So currently from presale, I know not everybody got a whitelist for this. It actually had filled up by the time we were on the call, but currently they're sitting at a 7x right now. Okay, currently sitting at a 7x right now. So congratulations. I love the fact, I'll speak one last thing into this. Anybody who wants to argue that this doesn't work, like literally the screen, what you're seeing is proof of that. Okay, will all projects do this? No. Okay, no. We're in the crypto space. We have absolutely zero control over the outcome. All we can do it's stack probabilities. That's all we're doing. You've heard me talk about this plenty of times, that all we're doing is stacking probabilities. Okay? And we're saying, you know what, I think this could or couldn't happen. Okay? And so when we find something that we like, it goes on the plus side. When we find something that we're unsure of, it goes on the negative side. That's it. That's all we're doing. Okay, so we'll do red for negative and green for positive. Okay, plus side. That's all we're doing. We're looking at a previous team who had a successful track record. That's a positive. Okay, and we're looking at a community that's really excited. Positive. We're looking for the fact that they had a whitelist that sold out. Positive. We're looking for a fact that tons of communication videos, things like that already on YouTube. That's a ton of free marketing. Okay, we looked at hundreds of videos, not done by specific influencers. I'm talking community created videos. That's a positive. Okay, the fact that it was a V3, I don't know about that. I wasn't really sure how I felt about that, you know. But like, I wasn't sure. In this kind of market, what could happen? Who knows? But is this a utility? Yes, but it's a game utility. Okay, so it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't necessarily act like the other projects that are utilities. It's a game, and guess what? They actually have a version of the game ready to go. That's a positive. That's all we're doing, guys. All we're doing is stacking. We're stacking probabilities. Okay, and if we have enough over here for you to make a decision and say, you know what, this is worth me giving a go at. This is worth me taking a swing. It's worth me taking a crack. That's it. That's the game we're playing. If it's not enough over here, if there's too many over here, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, we can't control whether it does this. We can't control whether it tanks. Okay? We can't even control. Here's the crazy thing. And this is why I always talk about KSP and having a plan. And you may not have a plan for this type of setup. Okay? People always want to talk about the dip. Okay? People always want to talk about the dip. Where's the dip? How do you know? This is a minute chart. Okay? This is a minute chart right now. If you're waiting for a dip, this was 14% down. Okay? 16% down. Okay? So from up here, you're waiting for another dip. That right there was 17. That right there is 28%. Okay? This is why when people tell me they're waiting for a dip, you need to know exactly what that means. Okay, some people think that a dip for them could be like, so just so we know, right at launch, it was up to a 2.7x. Okay, so some people think a dip would be dropping below like 50%. Okay, so 50% from the high. Okay, so the first couple minutes it was up. So it would get to drop all the way down here. Okay, it would get to drop all the way down there. It never happened. Okay, so how do you know? If you're waiting for a dip, how do you know when to get in? Okay, so from right there all the way up to here, we're looking at a 3.7x. Okay, now we switch it around. What was that dip? This dip was, we'll just call it 25%. If you're waiting for a 30% dip, does that mean that you just missed this project? Perhaps. If that's part of your rules, perhaps so. Okay? We don't want to get fixated on like we got to get them all. If something doesn't check your boxes, it's okay. We don't have to get in all these. Right up here, 6.3x, the dip was 20%. Okay? Let's go back again. Let's look at this one. Let me get this right on the money. All right, so this top up here, 6.6x. All right, what happens here? 15%. The largest dip, okay, the largest dip that's happened so far with these was 25%. Okay, different parts. Okay, different parts of the of the up and down. Now, can it dip more? Of course. Will it? Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. We have no control over what's going to happen. Okay? We have no control. So that's why I always tell people, hey, make sure you have a plan. You may realize that, man, it's just not going to dip. What do you do when it's just not going to dip? Do you decide to pass and move on? Or do you decide to, you know what, it's time for me to get in? Okay, maybe part of your strategy is a dollar cost averaging every 20% dip. Maybe that's part of your strategy. Okay, that's one way to do it. There's so many different ways to do that. But the whole reason I'm harping on this is because it's not always crystal clear. The roadmap is not just crystal clear and perfect. And you may not be able to execute just flawlessly and perfectly. You just get to navigate the way you are, where you are in the space, and react or respond to whatever's going on. Okay? So those of you waiting for a 50% dip, it never happened. Okay? Maybe you say you always look for a 50% dip. So for example, the only time you're ever going to get into one of these projects is, now at this point, it's got to drop down to here. Okay? And once it drops down to here, now you're in the game. If that's your plan, awesome. Okay? It has little to do with what your plan is. It has everything to do with having a plan. Okay? Everything to do with having a plan. Doesn't matter what it is, just make sure you have one. Okay? Make sure you're prepared. Okay? Prepared. So right now, it's looking great. Like I said, there hasn't been anything more than like a 25% dip, and super awesome. So this is what we do. We stack probabilities. We look at different things about different projects, and we say, you know what? This is a positive. This is a negative. Do my positives outweigh the negatives? If so, does it meet what I want to look for? Okay, it's time for me to jump in. Is it a pre-sale? Is it a fair launch? Is it a private sale? Is it a whitelist? Did I get in? And now you have a plan to execute when you do that stuff. Okay? If that all makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or an amen or yes it does, rock and roll, just so I know that all that makes sense. But again, hey, congratulations, Jackie. Congratulations, Metal Ride. I think Sleepy said he was looking at this and got in as well. And so anybody else get in this, go ahead and... anybody else get into this, go ahead and celebrate your wins. Justin says not all plans are good plans. Not all plans are perfect plans. And so, Justin, I understand what you're saying. Having a plan is better than no plan. And if your plan consistently sucks, you just change your plan. But like going in here blind, hoping for the best is not a plan. Okay? Plans can suck. And you would know your plan sucks based on what? Someone type in chat how you would know if your plan sucks. Okay, it's an acronym, three letters. You can use either one. One starts with a K, one starts with a V. Okay, literally KSP. You get KSP through VOL, volume of launches. You know if your plan sucks if you have through a volume of launches, meaning. If your plan is to always get in at 50%, or if your plan is to do whatever, like that's how you know if your plan sucks. Okay, then you can decide, let me shift this. You may realize every time I do XYZ, this is the result I get. But at least you had a plan. And what I always talk about is if you're paper trading, you give yourself an opportunity to develop that plan without spending money. Okay, without spending money. Okay, so volume of launches, VOL, and KSP, knowledge of system performance. You understand and learn the system that you're trading. Okay, you understand the nuances. For example, Metaloride. I keep saying Metaloride. It's Metalloride. He has a pretty cool story on how he came up with that name. But so let's look at Crypto Legion's V2 real quick. So through Metaloride's volume of launches and through the KSP he has developed on high quality gaming type projects, this is normal from his experience. There's a rise up. This is where he executes his plan. This is where he pulls his profits. This rise up right here was a 5.4x. He pulled out his money. He left the free tokens to ride. He knows that in a couple of weeks that this is what will start happening. Not on every project, but on certain projects, he knows based on his plan, based on his KSP, knowledge system performance, based on his volume of launches, he knows this is what happens. So why does he do a RIP FT? Why is his plan a RIP FT? Because he knows that he's going to get his recoup investment and profit within the first day or so. He's going to let the free tokens ride, and then he's going to pull out profits along the way into the high. All the way up it goes. Okay? This happens consistently with some of the gaming type projects, where they're using the funds from the launch, they're developing, they're starting to get some marketing going on, some hype and excitement's coming for the game, and then it takes off. Okay? He knows that because of the volume of launches, he knows that he has that KSP, knowledge of system performance, because of the paper trading, because of his actually participating, but the fact that he had a plan. And so like he shows up to these launches, not, I'm going to play it by ear, I'm going to hope for the best, let's see what happens. No, he executes a plan. He treats it like a professional. Okay? Yeah, we're in the crypto space. Okay? We're surrounded by, degens and apes and all this nonsense. But like, if you treat it like a business and you treat it like a professional, you can get professional type results. Okay? So with that, we're going to jump into a couple projects on the CrowdX Calendar. But like I said, I did want to go over this project, Crypto Legions V3. Pretty cool. For those who were able to plug in last week and participate. So Sheep, this is the old one. This is not V3. This is V2 right here. That's on my screen right here. And then the other one I got from their from their Telegram group. I mean, so yeah. I mean, buy in the top. If that's your plan, that's your plan. Stick to your plan. That comes with, again. So let's go back to Crypto Legions again, the V3 version, and let's see. Yeah. So. Definitely, I'm not suggesting that this is a buy right now. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm not neither here nor there. I'm simply saying always have a plan. Okay. So if your plan is to buy whenever you can, that's your plan. Track it, see how it works. If your plan is to buy some type of significant dip, track it, see how it works. If your plan is to buy a dip that's 10% or 20% or 30%, track it, see how it works. If your plan is to, I don't even care, every hour I'm going to buy, go for it, knock yourself out. All of those are plans. All of those are trackable. All of those you can put together and say, did it work or did it not work? Did I get lucky, or did I actually execute, and did things actually work out according to what we mapped out? Because at the end of the day, like I said, we have no control over this. Right now, it's still going up. So right now for their V3 launch, they're doing better than what V1 did in the first 24 hours. Right now they're at 7.3x, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and hop into the calendar. Before we hopped on, I did ask our group. I said, hey, anybody have a project they want to look at? And let's see here. We got a response from... Oh, they deleted it. We're still going to look at it. You thought if you deleted it, we weren't going to look at it. No, we're going to look at it. Why? Because there's lessons. Okay? It doesn't matter if the project looks great, if the project looks like it sucks. The whole point of this community is to find ideas, learn from each other, and everybody get better. Okay? So we're going to look at this project, and we're going to take a look and see what's going on. Okay? So this project is called Tick Token. Okay? This is brought to us by Lima Oscar, who's a relatively new scout in our community. Been finding some decent projects. Okay, just right off the bat, we can see that the pre-sale is happening now. I think the launch pre-sale started today. We're going to take a look at that in a minute, but it's a fair launch. Okay, it's happening on Binance. It's on PinkCell. Okay, and so let's just go ahead and take a look. So first thing we want to do is let's take a look at the website. Tick token to earn. Okay. So I mean that's kind of cool. Something a little bit different. The way that introduction was. Okay, they're giving a an Audi away. Okay, so the intro looked pretty different and unique. Um, but as we scroll down, it looks kind of basic and kind of more like video game esque than what I would imagine for the platform. Um, The website looks okay. Nothing too fancy. I'm not impressed with. I was kind of drawn in by the initial vibe here. Like that. That's kind of cool. It's kind of engaging. But then I don't know. There's a shift. There's a shift in vibe and energy in design for me personally. Um, Everything's also kind of dark and not bright. It's just kind of dark. I mean, this actually looks like a video game. This looks very much like a project that I scouted months ago. Um, okay, so we got Ethan, Mike, Scott. So we got like a partial doxing. I wouldn't even say partial simply because um, I mean they do have their Instagram. Okay, but like not LinkedIn. There's no names. There's no bios. No full names. There's no bios. I guess she has a YouTube account. It just says a short, so maybe they made a short for the project. So I would have guessed that these are some of the call groups that they've done. Okay. Um, okay, here's a review on YouTube. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Telegram here. So right now we don't really know anything about the team. We don't know anything about the team at all. Um, we just I would well we know that they're younger. They look younger. Okay, and so Telegram we have 1,900 members with 80 pin messages. So I like the pin message aspect. Let's see how old the messages are. May 21st. Okay, that's kind of promising. I was actually, truthfully, a little surprised to see May 21st. So this was created. The furthest we can go back is April. The first message, May 21st, as it relates directly to tick token. Okay, so they've been at it for a little bit. I was kind of thinking it was going to be not as old as this. I mean, this isn't incredibly old, but I mean, we got a few months, 4 or 5 months here. All right. Hopefully, with this little number of members. Okay, so not it doesn't look to be heavily botted or anything like that. You have your just occasional, your occasional random messages from people that maybe only do it one time. That's the only thing that they said ever. Okay. Let's see AMAs. When was this? This was today. Everyone started to move the AMA till Thursday, but haven't been feeling well today and don't have much of a voice, so definitely will be beneficial. Happy that Martina and her community can make a switch. Okay, so Thursday is when it's gonna be the AMA with Caesars. Okay, so it looks like they're doing a lot of the big groups like we saw from their website there. Crypto cat calls. Okay, so definitely doing some AMAs. I don't actually see recordings. Maybe we can find them over here. A lot of these pinned messages are the pink cell. All right, I guess that's 2 of the team members. I guess this is them being doxxed. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking for some recordings. And they're just posting the pink cell link over and over again. I wonder if that's the same pink cell link. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, whoops, just a minute. Let's look at right here. There we go. Let's check it out. All right, it is the same pink cell link. Okay, so this pre-sale ends in 2 days. So I wonder, how the Caesar call is going to go in conjunction with this, just the timing of this. That's what I'm kind of curious about. Okay, so this is a fair launch. Okay, this is a fair launch. So just out of curiosity, okay, now you can choose the side of strictly opinion, so share your opinion, or choose the side of your personal experience based on data. What do you think of fair launches? Okay? Whether you like them, dislike them. Do you think that they're great or not great? And share based on your own personal opinion or based on your personal experience with fair launches. And as those are coming in, I'm going to start digging into this stuff right here. Okay? So, if we find a YouTube video, I like to check it out, see what we got here. Now, this video, keep in mind, is embedded on their website. It is on the website. It's on Pinkcell. And it is a quote-unquote influencer. Okay, so it's going to have a lot of views. So we have 3,900 views, 80 comments. Yeah, not... people are dropping comments, but they're not really responding. The influencer's not really engaging. Okay, so when you see this number, again, know that a lot of the view count is coming from this influencer and not the excitement on Pinkcell. Now, obviously, you would know that's the case simply because of the lack of excitement that's happening with the project currently. So nobody has any opinion or experience about fair launches? Because I don't see any comments about people talking about fair launches in chat right now. So here's my take on fair launches. I had an opinion on fair launches, and then I looked at the data. I looked at over 68 projects that launched on our platform from May to 4 months, or the last 4 months or so, and it was split even 50-50. Okay, there was 34 projects that were profitable, and there were 34 projects that were not profitable. Of the 34 projects that were profitable, I believe it was 8 actually did a 2x or more, and 11 of them did under a 10% gain, and then the others were in between 10% and a 2x. Okay, so of the 8 out of 64, that was the number. 8 out of 64. Okay? Excuse me. And so one of the things that you would get to, this is definitely a volume of launches KSP kind of conversation. If a project decides to do a fair launch based on your own personal experience, would you get in it or not? And this is very much driven by KSP. You got to know. Okay? You got to know. So statistically speaking, 8 out of 64 are actually going to do a 2x or more. And so, how do you decide which ones are fair launch worthy? Okay, we looked at Carecoin V2. Carecoin V2, solid team, a lot of excitement, great team who's front and center. Looked like great community support. The fair launch, I don't remember how much they raised, but I mean, obviously the fair launches do pick up as time goes on, and also the last hour there's a lot of volume and things like that. But it did not do all that well. I haven't looked at it in a couple days. Let's go ahead and take a look to see where it's at. I don't even know if I have it on my list. Let's take a look here. Carecoin. Yeah, so it's not doing that great. Okay, and that was a project that looked like it had a lot of good things going for it. Now, does it have anything to do with the fact that it was a fair launch, or could it have something to do with the fact that it was just market and the timing and everything like that? Who knows? We have no control over it. Okay? Who knows? Who knows? All right, so we got, so Jackie's saying only participated in one fair launch. It was Carecoin, tiny bit slow. Sheep is saying fair launches are nice. It does give everyone a chance to get in. Absolutely. The question is where a buyer is going to come from at launch. You know, why wait till launch? Or sorry, why buy at launch if you can buy it in a fair launch? Sleepy says not a fan of them if they last over a day, meaning the time frame of this. You know, this right here is a big deal. How long the fair launch lasts. You know, we've seen fair launches that go for 7 days, 10 days. That's just a waste. Like, that's just a waste of everybody's time. I think you have a better chance of having a better raise and creating some hype and excitement with, like Sleepy says, a day or less, or right at a day or whatever. Because, like, it's just lingering. But this one's going on for, looks like this one's going on for 3 days. Okay? So in 3 days, we have 19 contributors. They've raised 14 BNBs. So this is pretty slow. Okay, this is pretty slow. Wanda says, have never had any luck with fair launches based on volume of launch. That's awesome, Wanda. Like, that's beautiful. That's great for you to recognize. Danny says, I've lost money on every fair launch I've done, so right now, not a fan. That is fantastic information. That's great. That's great. Because, like, basically what I said a minute ago, out of 64 projects or 68 projects, basically 1 out of 8 are going to be successful. 1 out of 8 are going to do more than a 2x. And so your numbers are reflecting that. So the question is, you know, and I haven't done the research on this. I mean, if anybody wants the assignment, hit me up. I'll give you the assignment. The question is, what makes those projects do a 2x and beyond? What did they do differently? What were they? What were their positions that allowed them to succeed when majority of all the other ones failed? You know, that's a question that comes up for me. Okay, so if all of us as a whole, as a collective, we're all saying I don't know, fair launches kind of suck. Okay, so the question is, if we all feel like fair launches kind of suck, right away, we're like, you know what? I'm really skeptical of this. And so my mind goes to, okay, so of the ones that did succeed, 1 out of 8, 1 out of every 8 are going to do well. What is it about those that actually make it worth it? How do they actually rise above? How do they actually dominate and do well? You know? And then another thing to think about is, statistically speaking, now here's the other problem. But like, statistically, it's like, okay, mathematically, is it even worth it to get in a fair launch? The ones that actually do good, is your take profit even in a position to make it worth it for all the other losses that you're going to occur? Like, that's the beauty and benefit of volume of launches, paper trading, KSP, knowing that, like, you know what, statistically speaking, this is not that great. I was kind of uneasy about Carecoin having a, you know, if we go back to the scale, you know, pros and cons. You know, the one thing I was not excited about for Carecoin was the fact that they were having a fair launch. I was like, well, I mean, I'm not a fan, but hey, maybe they're gonna do good. All right, so far on Tick Token, um, I'm not getting a super great vibe. But I don't know. It feels kind of I don't know. It feels kind of weird, really. It looks like they're doing great things. Okay, it looks like they're doing great things. They're doing the AMA groups. They're doing all that stuff. But it doesn't look like people are all that excited. Okay. Any marketing plans? Join our AMA at 9:30. Is that a marketing plan? I don't know. That's not really the answer to the question. Um, let's see. There's not a lot going on here. So even with them checking all the boxes, checking all the standard boxes, there's there's not there's not much going on. Okay, so let's see what the scout says. Not much interaction in Telegram. That's what we just figured out. Okay, raffle to give away an Audi. I think that's really strange. I mean, I don't know. Like, that's not enough hype to get people excited. I mean, maybe people are more excited about the giveaway than they are about. Maybe they're more excited about the giveaway than they are about the project. Okay, let's take a look to see what the project is before we just totally dismiss it. I mean, I like this vibe right here. I definitely like this vibe right here. I mean, even though there's some edits that have been done, I don't know. I think it's cool. This I don't know. This has got me thrown off a bit. Okay, Tick Token is a BSC token created to combine two big industries: social network and blockchain. Users can still earn TT2E from making and watching TikTok videos by owning NFTs, leveraging the DApp. I mean, that's really all that it says there. We got 60% buy and sell tax. There is an audit. Ninja audits. We got a Seifu Dev team. The Matrix Labs. And we did see that they had the badges. They got the Seifu badge, Auto badge, KYC badge. Like we've talked about before, this doesn't say much, but I know that they're making a push for this. Sleepy ass, is it? Oh, did I say TikTok token? My bad. It's Tick Token. I may have said TikTok token. Whoops. Um, okay, mystery box will contain camera NFTs, which will allow you to earn tokens by making videos on TikTok directly on our DApp and then Android apps. Um, Green edition. What? I thought this was to explain what the green is, but it's just saying the numbers. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess my feelings on this are, um, it looks like it's trying to check a lot of boxes, but something's just missing for me. I feel like on the outside, it looks like there's a lot of great things going on. but there's just some stuff that seems to be missing. I mean, I have no feeling about this, like excitement or anything. Like I said, I do like the snapshot here of the team, but that's about it. Sleepy's Sleepy's biggest issue is that he kind of hates TikTok. All right, so that's TikTok token. I'm sorry, not TikTok token. That's Tick token. I gotta stop saying that. That's Tick token, which integrates with TikTok, where they're having a raffle for an Audi. I mean, okay, how do you get into the raffle? Let's see here. Okay, so, I mean, okay, so here's something to think about. This is not financial advice at all. I would be more interested in, obviously we don't know how legit this is. The team looks relatively legit, but again, we don't know that for sure. There were videos and things like that, and they are doing some call groups, or some AMAs with some big names, okay? And they have their own process of, doing some, doxing before they can do those groups, which is helpful. But like, it almost seems like, forget what this project does or not, but just literally one B&B gives you a ticket for the Audi. At least that's how I thought I read it. I mean, I'd be more excited about that. Like, oh hey, here's a one B&B raffle, a chance to win an Audi. And currently, I mean, obviously this number is going to change, but there's 19 people. That's about the most excited I am about this project is the potential. If I contribute, I may win an Audi. It's like, okay, that's about it. All right, so moving on. Unless anybody has any questions or comments about that one. So like I said, there's a lot of things that seem to be good on the outside for this project, but it just seems to be missing something. I don't know what it's missing, but it just seems to be missing something. Aside from interest and excitement with what's going on right now. Because like this has been going for 24 hours. It's already been going for a full day, and we just have 19 people. So there's that. So the next project we're going to take a look at today. I was doing a little bit of research, looking at the calendar just real quick, and I stumbled across this project. I can drive a stick. I used to work for FedEx. I learned how to drive a stick by driving a long delivery truck. That was kind of a stressful learning environment. But yes, I can drive a stick. Of course I can. I mean, it's been a very long time, but of course I can. So, cookie cell. Now, my first thought for this was I thought that cookie cell was a launch pad previously, okay, and I hadn't thought anything of it. But when I saw that, I was like, I was just interested in that. So this is scouted by. Looks like one of their first projects, but out no mamu, okay, and vetted by AC 43100X. So let's do what we do. We go check out the website. Don't want to connect my wallet. All right, so cookie cell. Okay, so this looks different. So clearly there's some effort in design put into this. I like the feel of it. I don't think this was what it looked like the first time I came across it a few months back, but everything seems to flow good. I mean, there's a lot of empty space over here. I mean, I'm not trying to critique the design flow, but like, I don't know. I just feel like, is the website not loading properly? But I do like I like this feel here. All right, let's take a look at this YouTube video. Cookie Cell 2.0. Let's pause the ad. All right, so we have 1,400 views, and that was uploaded on August 5th. 97 likes, 79 comments, and no one's engaging with the community, which I don't think that that's necessarily ideal, but it is what it is. So Cookie Cell's YouTube channel has 2,300 subscribers, and yeah, I mean their first video was uploaded 6 months ago and has over 507,000 views. Okay, so they've been at it for a period of time. So I wonder if, I don't know the full story behind Cookie Cell. If anybody's familiar, please chime in if you have experience with Cookie Cell. I think I participated in one project that launched on Cookie Cell, but I wonder if they just had made the launch pad and now they're launching their own token. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. Okay. So I would imagine there's probably not going to be a visible team here. No. Okay, let's check out the reason I would imagine there's not going to be a team is because this seems like a big group, ecosystem or something. Let's check out Telegram. Cookie Cell. So we got 9,100 members. They're in voice chat right now, which I like. I like seeing that. Let's go ahead and join the group. Let me unmute myself. Oh, Chip. Okay. Looks like I'm in the group now. Yeah, Danny says use Cookie Cell Launchpad once and it was easy to use. Don't really hear about them much though. Yeah, same here. I think I participated one time, and there's only been a couple projects that have come through our platform that have used them. But we have 9,100 members. We have 171 pinned messages. I would imagine this goes way back. Let's see how far back way back is. January 26th was the first message, or a pin message rather, and looks like January 12th goes back to January 12th. Okay, so established community. It looks like they've been at it for a period of time. Like I said, I suspect that perhaps they didn't have a token. Let's see, V2. Oh, well, they're promoting their launchpad here with that. That's not going to work. What's this? Okay, hey, welcome. Cookie Cell platform was launched 8 weeks ago. The native token is Cody, and that launched V2 in February. Cody. Now I'm confused. So we have Cookie Cell, but Cody is the token, I guess. Breakdown of the Cody ecosystem along with BNB rewards and staking pools are various utilities give you even more ways to earn. We have games and prizes, podcasts, gaming tournaments, jackpot lotteries, and AMAs. You can participate in games, tournaments, and the jackpot lottery to win BNB if you're a holder of 5+ million Cody. Pitch helps both crypto and fiat projects build their brand and reach their target audience with unique marketing strategies. All revenue from Pitch goes back into Cody, with 33.33, repeating of course, put towards marketing and 66.67% being used for Cody buybacks. Cookie Cell, decentralized IDO launchpad that provides users with the resources needed to create a token, generate liquidity, and list it for sale to the public. 30% of profits will be used in the same way as pitch revenue will be stored in the Code 8 Treasury contact. Okay, so let me find a chart. Code 8 chart, native token for cookie cell. So what is Cook then? I'm trying to figure out what the benefit of holding, like what is it that they're doing? Don't really know I don't know the pre-sale price. Will just go off the listing price. Okay, so I did a 2x. The high is sitting at a 2.3x. They're currently slightly below, so they're currently 70% below their listing price. Wanted to ask a good question. I made the statement that voice chat's open. Right now, there's only 2 people in there, so clearly, not a lot of excitement. I think when we first got in there, I think there was maybe like 4, but right now there's 2 people chatting it up in there. So I'm curious. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I did not catch it. Why or what is going on with Cookie. So let's go ahead and read this here. And this is brought to us by the Scout. Experienced team, Cookie Cell and Cook token is a subsidiary of the Kodi ecosystem and token, and it went to 62 million market cap, over 70x from the starting price. Huh? This isn't the right chart. This is not a 70x. unless there was a different pre-sale price. I mean, like a massively different difference in pre-sale price than what I put on there, but that's kind of strange. We're not going all the way back to there. Okay, so that I don't understand that. I grabbed this chart from the Telegram group. Anyway, moving on. Holding 50,000 Cook tokens will open up potential whitelist spots on their launch pads should the project owners open their pre-sale to Cook holders. Team has officially celebrated their 1-year birthday of their original token, Kodi. What is going on? Is this really a year? It's not a year. What am I missing? What? I don't know what I'm missing, guys. So far, this is a chart that I got from their Telegram group, and this is showing a launch date of February, which is in alignment with what Telegram said. And I'm getting some mixed signals from the Scout saying they did a 70x and it's been a year old. We'll keep going. Held multiple AMAs. Contract is being audited and will be available at launch. KYC docs team see notes. Launchpad is developed and being improved continually. Okay. No red flags. Nothing stands out. Personally, been around the Kodi ecosystem for a little while and know that this Launchpad is just a small part of their entire ecosystem. It was created in response to the desire for people to have an affordable Launchpad and morally ethic ways of handling it. I'm confident that this project will have a good turnout. Of course, this is not financial advice, and you should do your own research. However, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one. Well, thank you, sir. Documentation. Let's check it out. KYC and docs part is done through others, and it's not a complete public docs. Dev and Telegram chat will show their faces and match some screen names. Okay, let's see what the vetter said. Telegram is trailed. Okay, it's just like what we found January. Whitelist can be earned by holding 100 million Cody tokens, referring a new investor to Cookie Cell, joining the Shill Army, participating in Sweep Widget, winning games and prizes. Team notes, could not find detailed information on the team. AMAs. Wow, when was this uploaded? What? Oh, he just went back in time. Okay, never mind. He went back in time to share the AMA dates. So some of this was as a result of just the launch pad, not as the next phase. So like this right here would be the next phase, like August maybe. Oh, okay, my bad. Just that first one was from March. Tiered whitelist presale scheduled for the 4th. Oh, these are all the AMAs and call channels we're part of. We got Tasty, Crypto Miner, Contract Wolf, Travel Ads, Caesars, Phoenix, Wellcoin Talk, Future Lounge, Golem, DeFi Ape, Degen Protocol. Oh, so John is saying there's a V1. Okay, so I'm curious. I would like to see. Let's see here. How could I find? John, you have any ideas on how I could find V1? Yeah, it threw me off because in Telegram they had mentioned launching in February, and so I was just slightly thrown off by the mixed info. Let's see if I can find a V1. Cody V1. Maybe I could just look it up. Cody. Oh, that's the same one. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Maybe I can look it up on Dex Screener. No. I wonder if I could go way back in time. Let's hop on our time machine. Go back to... Well, I mean, I guess if they launched a year ago, this maybe is even a different Telegram group. Yeah, I don't know how I could find the OG contract. Because like if they're a year old, this Telegram, everything before January was wiped out. Codecoin. Maybe I can check out Codecoin. That's the current. That's the V2. Maybe I can find V1 here somewhere. Maybe there's a Telegram group for Codecoin. Codecoin official. Okay. Well, they have a video chat going on for Codecoin as well. Let's see if we can find Cody V1. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. Pre-January. Now we're talking. Yeah, so I'm just curious for my own my own funsies. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, April. Well, that's not what we need. V1 contract. V1 contract. Let's see. Oh, that's a year ago. Here we go. Okay, I don't see what I'm looking for. Okay, well, so the things that stood out to me about this project were the fact that it was an existing team, existing community that's had some level of success. The ecosystem here, Cody Coin. Again, I'm confused kind of around Cody Coin, Cookie Cell, Cody, Cook, all that stuff. I'm a little confused about that, but here we are. There's a video chat going on with 13 people for Cody Coin. I'll join the group. They just let me join, no problem. So, but I do like the website. I do like the vibe and feel of the site of Cody, and maybe that's the bear. Maybe that's Cody. I noticed over here there was a bear and stuff. Yeah. So maybe the bear is Cody. Like a Kodiak bear or something. So that's how, I see a connection there. But it is throwing me a little bit off about like cookies and then Cody, but if they know what's going on, I guess that's all that matters. But like I said, overall, project looked like it was successful. I was actually surprised to see that the chart that I originally had pulled up was as low as it was, just because the project looked like it would have a much better chart than what that was. But it sounds like they had massive success. There was a migration, and I guess just over time people have fallen off. As we talked about, this is obviously not a mainstream launchpad. As only one person on the call, I think it was Danny. They use Cookie Cell once. From an audit, I think I've used it once. From an auditing perspective, I think I've maybe seen it once or twice. So it's definitely not like a major launchpad, kind of flying under the radar. And let's see, where's the presale going to take place? It is whitelisted, I think. I saw that. I think it's whitelisted, but they said that once the tier 1 is open, once tier 1 is complete, it opens up to everybody else, I believe. Okay, but pre-sale is on the 4th, so there's time to get your questions answered and do your due diligence. So with that, before we hop off, does anybody have any questions or comments as it relates to Cookie Cell and the Cook token, or Cody and the ecosystem and how all that works together? And like I said, if maybe you understand it better than the pieces that I put together, by all means, feel free to share. But one of the things is you do get to hold. I guess there are perks to holding Cody. Yeah, so you can get a whitelist by holding 100 million Cody tokens. But yeah, a lot of pieces I'm trying to put together. But upsides would be communities look like they're pretty large and active. And established. They've been around for a really long time. Doesn't look like there's any like crazy bot shenanigans. I mean, this group's been around for a year, and so looks like we have some normal comments going on here. So with that, that's going to wrap us up. Today we talked about tick token, and that one looked like it was just missing some details for us. Looked like they were checking the boxes, but yeah, so far not a lot of hype and excitement with the pre-sale fill-in. I think there's 19 contributors had contributed 14 BNB. Now, one of the upsides I found personally was the fact that you contribute a BNB, you're in a raffle to win an Audi, and that was the most excited I was about that project. And even that wasn't necessarily guaranteed, but meaning would they follow through with that? But so that was Tick Token, and the next project we looked at was Cookie Cell, which is part of the Kodi ecosystem. Okay, which this is a launch pad that's coming out. So with that, that's going to wrap up today's session. Again, there's benefit in all projects we look at. I know that the person who shared Tick Token, I think they deleted their comment, and no reason to ever do that. No reason to ever feel embarrassed or shy or about posting a project. There's always something that we can learn from. There's always something that we can share and gain ideas from, and it makes us all better. And so never feel weird or embarrassed about a project, whether a project is good or bad. There's always something to learn, and we can all get better as a result of that. So never feel that it's not worth sharing. The Audi raffle. Let's see. I think it was leading up into the pre-sale. I'm sorry, leading up into launch. Get to check out the website again. Obviously, that obviously comes down to whether they're going to honor, whether they're going to honor that or not. But it says NFT ticket. The Audi TT giveaway raffle. Raffle date to be announced. It's 3 steps. Buy your ticket. Contribute a minimum of 1 BNB to the fair launch. Hold at least for 24 hours. All ticket holders will have a 5% extra allocation. Only 2,000. Okay, so mint your ticket. Let's see how much it costs. Let's see how much it costs to mint a ticket. I don't see how much it costs. Oh, right there. Price is 0.15 BNB. And I guess they're out because it says 0 of 2,000 remaining. That's a little confusing. Let me see if they're out of the raffle. I don't see any more details about it. Oh, right there. It doesn't say anything. It didn't say that they're out. So I don't actually know if it's still going or not. Website would indicate that 0 of 2,000 remaining. So maybe all the raffles are out. So that's that. So that's that on these 2 projects. Like I said, we looked at Tick Token and we looked at Cookie Cell. Hope this information was helpful. Hope it was able to give you some more tools in your tool belt as we're navigating this space together. Like I said earlier, whether the project is successful or not, whether the project looks like it's going to be successful or not, it's all valuable. Why? Because we can always learn something, and no matter how good a project looks, we have absolutely no control over whether and what's going to happen on launch day. So it is what it is. So with that, life can be short, So make sure you let the ones know that you love and care for. Let them know that you love and care for them. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being a part of this awesome and epic community. So thankful to be here with you and on this journey. And I will see you in Telegram. So I'll see you next Thursday. Bye for now.